Welcome to the Dubai Tour. It's our triptych of sprinters stages now. Stage 3, another occasion for a bunch sprint as we go from Dubai's Silicon Oasis stage, from Skydive Dubai to Fujairah, across the desert, from left to right, from west to east, 180 potentially windswept kilometers to negotiate in stifling heat today. Another opportunity for Dylan Groenewegen and Elia Viviani and the rest of them to do battle is expected. It was Vliegen who took maximum points at the first intermediate sprint of the day, which wasn't contested. So Nathan van Hooydonk's teammate making sure that no one scored heavily at the intermediate sprint, but also earning himself 5 points. And at the second and final intermediate sprint, he took another maximum 5 points. And a man who started the day at just 16 seconds is now, as we join live pictures, the virtual race leader, and he has moved up to within 10 seconds of the race lead. So very useful day out so far for BMC and Loic Vliegen. Well, it looked like Katusha Alpecin were heavily involved at the front as well as Quickstep, but yeah, there we go, and that's also a bit of a collateral result of the stress now that the peloton is under, as one of the Team Novo Nordisk riders hits the sand and off the bike there, and or a back wheel there, just as riders just squeeze the brakes, and it's all happening, having been so benign up till this point, suddenly got very, very sketchy out there indeed. And a wheel change now for Mark Cavendish, front wheel puncture. He does the work himself, just dropping that wheel out. We saw this last an absolute age yesterday with Elia Viviani, albeit a different system with disc brakes and a rear wheel, and that is much smoother. And look at him, Mark Cavendish. But nonetheless, not a fantastic time to get a front wheel puncture by any stretch of the imagination.
Cavendish looks well poised here. There is the race leader though. Groenewegen, has he left it too late? A big sprint from Elia Viviani. Cavendish down the middle, it's Viviani. Cavendish hits the front. Can Cavendish hold on? Here comes Viviani challenging him though. It's going to be Cavendish, is it? Cavendish on the line. Cavendish takes the win, and he screams his delight out into the air in Fujairah and gets that victory here at the Dubai Tour. Frustration once again for Marcel Kittel, but Cavendish got that 100% right.
Well, what a battle. Viviani, Kittel there, but Cavendish, he knew he had it. He had time to get his hand in the air. He had to fight all the way to the line, but there was no doubt there. Absolutely perfectly placed.
And there we go, that's the order over the line. Cavendish from Viviani, Kittel, Blythe in 4th place, Sonny Colbrelli 5th, Viviani relegated to 6th place, Christoph once again in the mix but not close enough, 7th, Kort Nielsen makes the top 10, Minali, his teammate 2, and Dylan Groenewegen, well, no complaints, the race leader has dropped down to 10th place over the line.